Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Something that I just cannot get enough of about living here is the community. There is nothing like it on earth, and part of why is because of organizations like the Vail Valley Charitable Fund. And here with me this morning, Michelle Maloney. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's so good to see you.
Great to see you always.
And so the Vail Valley Charitable Fund, this is something that it's like the epitome of what community means. And can you just explain for people that have never heard of it before what it is, what you guys do?
Sure. Well, I'm really proud to be a part of this organization. We've celebrated our 20th anniversary, and what we do is we help Vail Valley residents that are struggling financially due to a medical crisis. So that may be a ski accident, it may be cancer, it may be a premature birth of a child. It can be any number of things. And when that occurs, a medical crisis can really throw your financial world upside down, and then in turn it throws your whole life upside down.
Right.
And so what we do is we offer one-time grants of up to $5,000 to folks that are qualified applicants. And that can really make the difference between not being able to make a house payment or a car payment or being able to provide childcare for your children. It really can make a difference.
Right, a big difference. And you know, a lot of us here in the Valley, we have more than one job. You know, that's how it works. That's how we make it work. Mm-hmm. And so if there is some kind of illness or injury and you can't go to one or two or, you know, all three of your jobs, that can be really devastating.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're right. So many of us are paycheck to paycheck. And when you have a medical crisis, all of a sudden you're out of the workforce. If it's a week or 2 weeks or a month, or we've got a couple applicants right now that are really dealing with long-term treatments in Denver. I mean, 6 months. But when you miss a couple of paychecks, those bills keep coming in, and then it just starts to kind of snowball, and it gets really hard to just stay afloat. And so what we hope to be is a bridge, and to really be able to enable people to get through that crisis so they can get back to life in the Valley and life with their friends and their family and really enjoying why we all live here.
Now, we actually saw a lot of each other recently because you have been so busy with events for people around the Valley. Can you just talk a little bit about what you've done in the past few months?
Sure. So we offer these one-time grants, but when the need is far greater than that, we work with community members and host community fundraisers. And this fall, we were here a lot. Christy Buster is a young 29-year-old woman who had cancer, and we were able to see her through her treatment, and she's now back at work and a full-time student, and that's great. Ted Swetlick had a tragic bike accident, just riding home from dinner one night, and is now a quadriplegic, and we had a big event for him, trying to get he and his wife Gia kind of back on track and being able to adjust to their new life. And then in the fall, we had an event for Joshua Casillas, a 14-year-old boy who has cerebral palsy, and we're getting him a new van, and we are so close. We are now working with a dealer in Minnesota, and so I think in the next couple of weeks we may actually be able to put Joshua's family in a new van. And
so you have to come back and tell us.
Well, I will, and it's great. I mean, this is a 14-year-old guy that his mom and dad can't pick him up anymore, and so we needed a wheelchair accessible van, and it has been a great outpouring from the community. And then next month we're going to host an event for Carol Carlson, a longtime community member who has been battling MS for over 20 years. She's going to go to Mexico for a stem cell transplant. So it's a revolutionary kind of treatment, and really we're really hoping and praying that that's going to give her life back. She's wanting to hike, and so it's called Carol's Comeback, because she's really hoping to be able to come back and hike and walk and do those things that she's not been able to do.
Oh, that's amazing. So. Okay, so that's coming up next month, but in the meantime, if people would like to donate or get involved, where would you send them?
To our website, www.vvcf.org, and also if you know people that sound like they fit this criteria, they've lived in the Valley for a year or more and have a medical crisis that we could help with, we'd love to have them fill out an application, which is on our website.
Oh, Michelle, thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's always such a pleasure to have you here.
Thanks.
And again, for more information, vvcf.org is the website. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back with more Good Morning Vail.